Hey you! In day 3 of our ambitious goal to become a large studio, we added some new budget lights, came up with some new fun poses, experimented with the lights, and added some smoke. Here's the story of day 3. This morning, I tried experimenting with some photos with a white background. We had a feeling that our previous photos might confuse potential clients who wanted to buy these toys. After all, we wanted to sell these toys and make some money so we could continue our journey. In the afternoon, Diako joined me. We set up our black chairs again, one as a scene and the other as a light stand for the background. I added 2 new lights to the scene, which I purchased a couple of months ago. These are very cheap floodlights and aren't meant to be used for content creation. They're made for illuminating buildings and architects. I have used these lights before for another YouTube channel of mine, and I thought we could use them for this one as well. Some of the images weren't illuminated as well as the others, but we weren't afraid of taking risks and experimenting with weird stuff. Some of our experiments failed, and that was okay, because this is part of the process. And who knows, maybe in the future, we can polish those ideas and actually nail them. Diako was setting the scene and trying to pose some of the action figures. We really had fun posing one of the toys. The Batman action figure had many joints, and Diako used them to bring his vision to reality. I tried putting a plastic bag on one of the background lights. It turned out really cool. It was different and added a new touch to the photos. Even though we both used to be one of those guys who are kind of waiting for the best and ideal situation to create something, without knowing we turned into someone who uses anything they have with no excuses, no matter how cheap or old or useless they may seem. Soon, we realized this is boosting our creativity. Maybe that's why they say, you will become more creative if you are limited. I don't know why I said it like that. I was still struggling with my camera to achieve better results because I hadn't used this camera for photography that much. We don't have a fancy camera. It's actually a discontinued brand, the Samsung NX300. Most of you guys might not even know that back in 2013, Samsung wanted to join the huge market of mirrorless and DSLR cameras. I bought this camera about a year ago, and as no one is willing to pay for this continued ecosystem, I managed to buy the camera with 2 lenses for something around $150. The results were really pleasing. The overall quality of lighting became slightly better. As Diako was setting the scene, I tried to come up with compositions that made the foreground and background related to each other, even if it meant capturing the patches on the chair where our toys were standing. We also added a new upgrade to the photos: smoke. We didn't have a smoke machine or anything like that. We simply used MicroEpix to create some atmosphere. We really enjoyed the process. With the least amount of equipment and props, some of the images were really stunning. I cannot describe how much fun we had today. Part of it was because we were both working with our best friend, and we could clearly see that we were getting better. Diako could come up with dynamic poses much faster compared to day 1, and I realized that I was making fewer mistakes in my photos. One of the best shots of the day came about by accident. While I was taking photos, the action figure fell. When I looked at it, I saw different shades of light and shadow. It was really creepy, but we liked it. I personally fell in love with the Superman action figure and his partner, whose name I think is Captain Marvel. When we were working, it felt like there was nothing else going on in the whole world. Just a small room, 2 chairs, some lights, and 2 best friends learning cool stuff about miniature worlds. Now that was the last photo of day 3. Before we show you our best photo of day 3, here's a glimpse of what's coming up next in episode 4. And I have to say, thank you so much for your precious time watching our videos. If If you liked our content, please hit that like button. It'll help us a lot. And if you want to see more, make sure to subscribe to our channel. And finally, here are our favorite images of day 3. And the Epic Award goes to this image. Hope you enjoyed this video as well. See you.